Hello everyone, I am Akhil Raj, a second year MBBS student studying at Gandhi Medical College, Secunderabad. So before getting into the main topic, let me tell you a story. A 18-year-old boy wrote NEET for the first time. He scored less than 300 marks and failed to secure any medical college. But it was his goal to get a good government medical college and become a good doctor. So he convinced his parents and took a drop year. He works very hard throughout the year and scores 600 plus marks and makes it into a government medical college. His parents were very proud of him and everyone was congratulating him. He takes admission and starts going to the college, and the first 3 months pass by. With the happiness of clearing NEET and joining MBBS and seeing so many new things and making new friends, he never actually paid attention to his studies or classes and never started studying. First internals came by, he failed all 3 subjects. His seniors tell him that all of this is very common, everyone fails internals, so don't worry about it. Listening to them, he again started enjoying and going out with friends and bunking classes. Second internals came by and he failed again in 3 subjects. And yet seniors tell him to take it easy and tell him that you can study in the last 1 month. Few more months passed by and the university exam date got announced and there was only 1 month left. With the fear of failing again, he opens his books and tries to study. But the thing is, he has not studied for so long, so his ability to focus is completely lost and he cannot focus at least for 10 minutes also. And he constantly keeps checking his phone, scrolling Instagram and trying to avoid his work because he cannot understand anything. And even if he tries to sit down and study properly, he can never understand anatomy and physiology because the subjects are too lengthy and he has to study for a lot of hours in order to complete the syllabus within just 1 month and managing all the 3 subjects within 30 days. With only a few weeks left for exam, the pressure builds up, his stress levels increases and he starts having panic attacks. With the fear of failure, despite all the negative thoughts, he somehow sat down to study every single day and completed the syllabus superficially and got ready for his exams. Exams came by, he wrote the exams and 1 month later he got the results. What do you think his result was? He passed in physiology, he passed in biochemistry, but he failed to pass in anatomy. This, my friend, is the story of few students who were the toppers of their entrance examination and within 1 year their life turned around completely and now they are in the last position of their batch. And this could also be your story if you are making some mistakes without even knowing in your first year. So that is why watch this video till the end, and as a senior I will guide you through all your mistakes and help you successfully passing your first year. Mistake number 1, not developing interest. So after 2-3 years of continuously studying biology, physics, chemistry, practicing a lot of MCQs, reading number of books and then giving a lot of mock tests and facing failure, stress and lot of exams, this can be tiring. So after you get into a medical college, it's an obvious feeling that you want to take a break. It's okay, you can take a break for first 1 month or 2 months. But the thing is, you have to always check upon your academic status because this break which you are taking from studying, this can expand completely throughout your first year because in MBBS, there are no particularly important exams except for the university exams and those exams will be at the end of the year. So basically no one is looking over your shoulder and your peers are also enjoying. So you literally don't realize what is going on with your academics until it's actually time for your university exams and there is only 1 month left. So always be mindful of your academic status and know what is going on in the college, what subjects are being taught and what topics are being taught, and have an idea of how much syllabus is being taught in the college and how much syllabus you actually sat down and read for the first time at least. You don't have to sit down 12 hours every single day like you did for NEET. You can just open your books whenever you are free and just brush through the pages so that you have an idea of the topic, or you can even watch YouTube lectures. There are number of lectures for anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. You can find hundreds and thousands of channels which are teaching anatomy, biochemistry and physiology. So whatever the topic is being taught in your class, just go back to your room or your home, then open YouTube and search one topic and listen a video on it and then brush through your textbook, whatever textbook you are following. And if you don't have any idea about your textbooks, I'll give a link in the description to my video where I've given a detailed analysis of what books to buy and what books are complete waste of money. So after college, open your books and sit down for 1 hour or 2 hours. Even if you feel that is more, then at least study once in 3 days or once in a week. Then before your internals or second internals and pre-finals, you have to sit down for 10 days or 20 days, then push through the syllabus and complete your syllabus. If you don't want to study, this is my advice for you, because even in that way also you can cover up the remaining syllabus after the pre-finals where you will have your preparation holidays and you can easily pass the exams and you can also get good marks also, and by doing so you can enjoy your first year also, because all the influencers on YouTube or Instagram you watch, they'll say that first year is the golden period of MBBS. So the thing is, I don't want to scare you people saying that first year is very difficult, you will fail if you don't study, if you don't study every single day you will fail. I'm not telling that. I'm just telling that there is a chance that you may fail and you may end up in the last 10% of your batch. And I don't want that to happen to you. 90% of the cases you will somehow read in 1 month and pass your exams, and it is 100% possible. But the thing is, there will be 10% of the people, you can see them in every medical college, it will happen to all of the batches, and you will find examples everywhere. So it can happen, and I don't want that thing to happen to you. Mistake number 2, addictions and distractions. We get into medical college at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20, and few cases 21 and 22. These are the ages where we are curious to try out new things in our life, especially in the teenage group where 17 to 19 is the age where we are most curious to try out things in our life. So most of the students joining medical college are hostlers. So now you don't have anyone to look over your shoulder like your parents did at your home, and now there is a high chance that you may want to try out new things. It can be some kind of addictions, it can be drinking, it can be smoking, because you can be under peer pressure, you can be in some kind of ragging, you can be interacting with some kind of seniors who will encourage you to take just one sip or just one puff of that cigarette, and then in a blink of an eye it may become an addiction, because you will have a lot of stress in MBBS. This is the harsh truth of MBBS. Stress is always a part of MBBS, and it is always going to be with you throughout your 5 years. So it is very easy for you to get addicted to these things, and you will feel that these are an escape for you and these are stress relaxants, so it is helping me overall in my studies. And in the long term you will become an addict, and overall it will go south very soon without you even realizing, and your life will become a mess. Instead, my honest advice is, don't get into these things, don't ever look at these things. No matter how much amount of stress, you can go to the gym, you can play sports, you can go out with your friends, but don't get into drinking and smoking, because this is very dangerous both for your mental health and your physical health and overall your life. Mistake number 3 is wrong study approach. See, for the past 2 or 3 years, you have completely learned every single page of your biology, chemistry and physics NCERTs. And you have sat down for 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours and completely memorized this book, including the labelings of the diagrams and the description of the diagrams, because the question can be asked from anywhere in NEET. And now after joining the medical college, it is very common for you to think that anatomy is a bigger subject than NEET subjects, biochemistry is bigger, physiology is bigger, so I have to read very properly and thoroughly in order to get good marks in my university exams. And you will sit down and start reading every single line of your textbook. But what will happen by the end of the year? Either you won't complete your syllabus completely and you will feel that MBBS is too tough for me, I cannot clear this exam, and this won't happen, that won't happen, you will start having negative thoughts. Or you will sit in the library or your room and continuously study like a bookworm, and you will not make any memories or any friends, and you will think that you wasted your first year, because your friends who studied for 1 month also, they got equal marks just as you. So the thing is, you have to change your approach towards studies. So here I want to give you an important principle which is known as the Pareto's principle, and it says that focusing on the important topics which will make up to only 20% of the syllabus will give you almost 80% of the marks, and this is very much true. You will have previous year questions, you will have question banks, pick them up and tick all those answers in your textbook and start reading them thoroughly. You have to know what to read and when to read and how to read in order to write these exams properly, because it is mostly based on previous year questions, and questions will always be repeated. It will always come from the same topics or similar topics, so you don't have to read your entire textbook and sit like a bookworm. You can just read the important topics and get ready for your exam and even get distinction. If you want to get a distinction or even want to get first class and good marks in your exams, then I will leave links in the description for my videos where I have given tips to score distinctions in anatomy and biochemistry, because I myself have got distinction in both anatomy and biochemistry. So check them out in the description. Mistake number 4, relationships. Now this is exactly not a mistake, but lot of people get involved into it, because same thing again, nobody is looking over you, your parents are not there to check on your life, so you can do anything and you want to try out something new. I'm not telling relationships are entirely bad, but if you spend the entire day and entire night talking with the other person, then it is a complete waste of time, because neither are you growing and neither are they growing. Both of you are together wasting your time and not making any progress academically. And you know what happens when you don't read, because you just heard the story few minutes ago. It can be a good relationship where you motivate each other in order to grow, study better and sit down for long hours, and at the end of the day you have a person who you can talk to and share your feelings. Whenever you are feeling low, they will be there to encourage you, and like that it is good to have a relationship. But if it is taking your entire day and night, then it is not going to help you in any way, and it is a complete mistake. Mistake number 5. Using multiple books for your exams. Now this can be beneficial, this can also be very harmful. Imagine if you are reading Grey's Anatomy for a few time and then BD Chorusya for a few, and then before exams you are reading some review book, and then before another exam you are reading your senior's notes, then before another exam you are using some book which was suggested by your friend, and like that you keep changing your resources. What will happen at the end of the day? You cannot make a proper answer for your university exam, and in university exams presentation matters much more than knowledge. So no matter how many amount of books you are reading, no matter how much knowledge you have, if you don't know how to put it onto paper, then you cannot score marks in university exams. That is why if you need proper guidance, go and watch the videos which I made to score distinction in both anatomy and biochemistry, and just stick to one or two resources. For example, if you are reading Grey's Anatomy, give your first read from Grey's Anatomy, and when your exams are coming closer, you can switch to BD Chorusya, so that you can have the knowledge and concepts from Grey's Anatomy, and you will also have the answer writing pattern from BD Chorusya. So what will happen? Your knowledge will improve, your presentation skills will also improve, and this will differentiate you from the entire batch, and you will have an upper hand over other people, and you will get very good marks in your university exams. Mistake number 6. Jealousy. In your school or in your class 11th or class 12th, you were the topper of your class. You may be scoring 90%, 95%, and you may be better than everyone in your colony, better than everyone in your village, better than everyone in your locality. But once you come into medical colleges, it is an accumulation of people who are very similar to you. These are also toppers like you are. They also score 90% in their school. They also score 90% in their boards. They also get top ranks, and that is why they are in the medical college with you. So as you come into medical college and start giving your exams, you will see that a lot of people are ahead of you, and even if you're studying more than them, they can get more marks and you can get less marks. That doesn't mean you always pray for their downfall, or you are always sitting around and thinking that how are they getting better marks than me? I don't like that. I hope that they get less marks than me. That is not a correct mindset. Instead, learn from them and ask them what are the resources they are using, what are the time they are spending in studying, what are the strategies they are using to study that subject, so that you can also become time efficient and you can also get better marks than them. So always have a healthy competition and not a negative competition. You should have a healthy competition, and you have to look up to people who are studying better than you and think and analyze the ways which will help you become the top 1% just like they are. Mistake number 7. Trusting people blindly. There will be a lot of seniors, there will be a lot of friends who will recommend you random resources, saying that this is the best resource, this is the place where you can study from, and this is the place where you can get the best rank from. All the toppers are studying from here, this and that and that. There will be a lot of people who are giving you advices to join this academy, that academy, and this coaching and that coaching, and buy these books and that books. They can be doing it to gain some commission, they can be doing it out of their own experience. But the thing is, you have to listen to everyone and do what you think is right. Listen to everyone, take their experience, talk to seniors. I'm not telling it's wrong. Take their advices because they have already completed first year and they are much ahead of you and they know what is what. But the thing is, you don't have to blindly follow them. Just because that senior did it, you are not going to do it. You have to test and try out things what are working for you. Is this actually a useful resource? Is this book actually useful? Should I spend my money on it? Think properly and think what is going to help you in the long run, what is going to get you better marks, and what is going to be actually valuable for the money you spent on it. Don't just blindly follow anyone, and you have enough capacity to understand what is good for you and what is bad for you, and what resources is useful and what resources waste for you. And those are the major mistakes which you make in first year. And one small mistake which you are making currently is not subscribing to this channel, because here we upload study vlogs, important videos like this one, and videos which will guide you throughout your MBBS. So go and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to check that description box, because I have linked all the videos which are necessary for you and I told previously. So go and check out those videos. You will save time, you will save your energy, you'll get to know how to make timetables, how to become productive. And I'm like your online friend who is your source of motivation, and every Wednesday I'll keep motivating you. I'll see you next Wednesday. Until then, bye bye.